Saturn looks like it should not be dangerous. A golden planet surrounded by perfect rings, calm, majestic, almost peaceful. To many people, Saturn is the most beautiful planet in our solar system, but that beauty is the illusion. Because behind it, there is no harmony. There is violence. Its rings may be the remains of a destroyed moon. Its atmosphere is shaped by storms larger than entire worlds. At its north pole, a six-sided storm rotates like something impossible drawn into the sky, and around it, moons orbit in darkness. Worlds that are deadly, frozen, and yet possibly capable of supporting life. Saturn is not simply beautiful. Saturn is beautiful because it is terrifying. And that raises a deeper question. What is really hiding behind the most beautiful planet in our solar system? The first thing we notice about Saturn is its rings. They look perfect, almost like a quiet golden band wrapped around the planet, as if the solar system itself decorated Saturn. But those rings are not decoration, they are debris. They are not a solid band, not a smooth disk. They are billions of individual pieces of ice, dust, and rock. Some are smaller than grains of sand. Others may be as large as houses. Together, they form a structure that stretches for hundreds of thousands of kilometers. Yet in some places, it is only a few dozen meters thick. From far away, it looks peaceful. Up close, it would be an endless storm of shattered material. And the most likely explanation is even darker. A moon may have once drifted too close to Saturn. The planet's immense gravity pulled harder on the near side of the moon than on the far side. Over time, that difference became too much. The moon could not survive it. It was torn apart. So what we now see as Saturn's most iconic feature may actually be the remains of a destroyed world. And even those rings will not last forever. Slowly, material from the rings is falling into Saturn's atmosphere. Scientists call it ring rain. Piece by piece, Saturn is losing the feature that makes it so recognizable. In about 100 million years, the rings may be gone. So Saturn's beauty was not only born from violence, it is dying too. But that is only the outer layer. Because deep inside Saturn's atmosphere, something even stranger is happening. If Saturn's rings look like a cosmic crime scene, its north pole looks like a mistake in nature. There, a storm is spinning, but it is not round. It is hexagonal, a perfect six-sided shape, larger than entire planets. Its edges are so sharp and clear that it almost looks artificial, as if someone carved geometry into Saturn's atmosphere. But it is not made of metal. It is not a crater. It is not a solid structure. It is weather, a permanent pattern of gas, pressure, and wind. In Saturn's atmosphere, jet streams race at speeds of up to 1,800 kilometers per hour. They shape cloud bands, twist gases, and drive enormous systems around the planet. And at the North Pole, all of that produces this eerie hexagon. At its center is a massive vortex, a dark eye staring outward from the depths of the planet. On Earth, storms are chaotic. They grow, break apart, shift, and die. But Saturn has held this pattern for decades. That is what makes it so disturbing. Saturn has no solid surface for weather to anchor itself to. No mountains, no oceans, no continents, only gas. And yet this planet creates a shape that looks like it should not exist there. This is where Saturn stops being just a beautiful gas giant. It becomes a world where even weather can take monstrous form. But the hexagon is not Saturn's only act of atmospheric violence. Sometimes the entire planet erupts. From a distance, Saturn looks calm. No solid surface, no visible continents, Only soft bands of yellow, gold, and beige wrapped around the planet. But that calm is an illusion. About every 30 Earth years, something enormous happens on Saturn. A storm breaks out, so large that it can wrap itself around the entire planet. It is called the Great White Spot. At first, it appears as a bright patch in the atmosphere. Then it grows into a planetary system. Clouds rise, gases are dragged upward from the depths. Winds carry the storm forward until it stretches around Saturn like a scar. And inside that storm, lightning can be up to 10,000 times stronger than lightning on Earth. That is almost impossible to imagine. On Earth, a powerful thunderstorm can shut down entire cities. On Saturn, electrical discharges form inside an atmosphere deeper, larger, and more violent than anything we experience here. The Great White Spot proves that Saturn is not simply drifting silently in the outer solar system. It is alive. Not biologically, physically. It moves, it charges, it erupts, it swallows its own storms and builds new ones. Saturn is not a calm sphere with beautiful rings. It is a machine of pressure, wind, and electrical violence. But the strangest places in the Saturn system are not on Saturn itself. They orbit around it. Saturn itself is not a place for life. There is no solid ground to stand on, no land, no ocean of liquid water, only deeper and deeper layers of gas, pressure, and cold. But around Saturn orbit moons that may be even more unsettling than the planet. Titan, for example, looks like an alien version of Earth. It has a thick atmosphere, rivers, lakes, rain, landscapes that sound strangely familiar. But on Titan, the rain is not water, it is methane. Its lakes are made of liquid methane and ethane. Temperatures fall to around minus 179 degrees Celsius. Titan is not a second home. It is a toxic reflection of Earth, familiar in shape, but deadly in substance. And then there is Enceladus, a small icy moon that, at first, looks almost insignificant, but near its south pole, dark cracks cut across the surface. They are known as tiger stripes. From those cracks, geysers blast into space. Water vapor, ice particles, salts, organic molecules. Beneath the frozen crust, there is likely a global ocean. Liquid water, heat, and chemical building blocks. Exactly the things we look for when we talk about life beyond Earth. That is Saturn's greatest contradiction. Around a deadly gas giant, there may be worlds that could support life. And that is why our most important mission to Saturn could not simply leave. That mission was Cassini. For 13 years, it orbited Saturn. It photographed the rings, flew past the moons, studied the atmosphere, and changed our understanding of this planet forever. But in 2017, Cassini was deliberately sent to Saturn's atmosphere. Not because it failed, because Titan and Enceladus mattered too much. If those moons truly contain environments where life could exist, a spacecraft from Earth could not be allowed to contaminate them by accident. So Cassini was sacrificed. It plunged into the planet it had studied for so long, sending data back until the final seconds. In the end, Saturn remains a contradiction. It is beautiful, but not gentle. Its rings are debris. Its storms are monstrous. Its moons may hide life, and everything that makes it unique is temporary. Saturn reminds us that beauty in the universe does not have to mean peace. Sometimes it is born from destruction, sometimes from cold, sometimes from violence. Saturn is not beautiful despite being terrifying. Saturn is beautiful because it is terrifying.